Love me tender, love have me true. All my dreams fulfill for my darling. I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong, and will never part.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Please be seated. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here behind a podium. I'm very comfortable behind podiums. And it's really comforting to be around so many good, faithful, God-fearing people at a time when I know we are all still mourning, we're confused, we are angry over the assassination of a legendary American and a friend to so many in this room and so many across the country, Charlie Kirk. The presence of God, and he is a good God, as Erica Kirk so beautifully and powerfully stated. He is a good God. He is clearly present in this room tonight. You can feel the Spirit moving and working in this room as we remember Charlie's life and his legacy. I have the honor of going to work every day at the White House as the press secretary for the 47th President of the United States, President Donald Trump. And I repeat that because I would not be in this position if not for the heroic efforts of Charlie Kirk, who turned the political tide among young people in this country and helped usher in President Trump's historic victory on November 5th, 2024. And I know that point has been said over and over by so many over the last few days, but it's because that point is absolutely true. President Trump's win in November was fueled in no small part by the tireless work of Charlie, the Turning Point organization that he built from scratch out of a garage, the true essence of the American dream, and the MAGA movement that he helped so many young people join. The important work that's being done every day right down the street from here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that I witness to restore American greatness, it's happening in large part due to the blood, the sweat, and the tears that Charlie poured into this movement, not just during the 2024 cycle, but all the way back to the founding of Turning Point 13 years ago. Charlie fundamentally believed in the potential and the promise of so many in this room, young, patriotic Americans. And he inspired millions of us across the country to get off the couch and to enter the political arena to fight for our nation's conservative values. And I, too, was one of those young people. When I launched my campaign for Congress at just 23 years old during the 2022 midterm elections, most people in this town, pretty much all of the people in this town of Washington, did not take me seriously. Charlie Kirk, however, did. Charlie and his political PAC, Turning Point Action, immediately embraced me with open arms and endorsed my campaign. Charlie, personally, and his team would check in with me throughout the campaign. They asked how they could help.
Love me tender, love, me true. All my dreams fulfill for my darling. I love you, and I always will.
One of my conversations, and Charlie was a target-rich environment for virtues. You can all think of something extraordinary he did: his love of family, his love of God, his love of freedom of speech, his reverence for this country, his belief that we are an exemplary nation. We are unique in history. We're the only nation with this kind of constitution. In Europe, they don't have free speech anymore. We have it here, and we are the beacon for humanity for the rest of the world. And all of those visions, his vision, his mission to preserve those things, his kindness in talking to people with whom he disagreed, are all things that we need to learn and we need to integrate into our own lives. And as Tulsi said, we need to reach out with love to the people on the other side who are asleep and who are too frightened and too panicked and too controlled to understand what they are losing. And we need to protect those things until they wake up. And I had a conversation once with Charlie where we were talking about the danger that we both faced from challenging entrenched interests. And he asked me if I was scared to die. And I said to him, there's a lot worse things than dying. And one of those... the chief among those is losing our constitutional rights and having our children raised in slavery. And I said to him at that time, I said, sometimes our only consolation is that we can die with our boots on. We can die fighting for these things. And Charlie gave his life so that the rest of us would not have to suffer those fates worse than death. Now it's our job, he's no longer there to lead us, to rush in and fill the breach and win this battle for our country, for God, and for our families. Thank you all for that.
Love me tender, love me true. All my dreams fulfill for my darling. I love you, and I always